Hi everyone, it's the Kak M C Show time.
Kak M C Show.
What are you laughing at? Oh,
I found this statue in a shop. Do you want to see it? You see that?
Oh my, that is the truth, if there was such a thing.
Well, all the money's coming out of this camera and it's going into the traffic warden. Right. It says police, and then it's coming out, and guess, look who's there at the bottom.
Oh, government.
Mind controllers.
Authorities
They have
say they call themselves.
They've got it summed up, haven't they? George Osborne, what's 6 times 7? Funny, isn't that? That's been that funny. Okay, so Kak M C Show, what we're talking about today, quite a few things actually. Seen this?
Oh, it's Henry Hewitt.
Yeah, Major James Hewitt's son.
Oh, that's not him then?
No,
it really does look like James Hewitt there.
Do you know, I've got a newspaper somewhere about his mother and his father having an affair. But this is what we want to talk about.
Well,
Cameron in showdown over spying. David Cameron rejected plan. I don't know who this David Cameron is, do you?
Yeah, I think he works for the Rothschilds, Rockefellers.
Oh, right. Must be on a good wage then. I've lots of investments. It says David Cameron rejected plans yesterday to stop ministers, monastery. Right, what has God got to do with politics? In God we trust in America, they say.
Yeah.
And what does it say on the Queen's seal? We mentioned this before. God and my right.
Ah, yes.
Well, that's got to do with justice and politics. Yeah, David Cameron rejected plans yesterday to stop ministers of the power to authorise snooping by Britain's spies, triggering a backlash from Tory MPs. So David Cameron wants to keep power. Aren't they supposed to be our servants?
Yeah.
So they shouldn't have any power whatsoever. The people should have the power.
Well, it just shows you everything's the opposite way around, because if they were our servants, like Cameron, for instance, well, say for instance he gets £170,000 a year.
I think it's just under 150 grand, so he doesn't have to pay the 50.
Well, I don't know, because the CEO of the county council, he's got promoted and he's on £170,000 a year. So if a leader of the county council is on more than the Prime Minister, then you know, you got to think it. But either way, I go to off subject. The subject was being, since they're our servants, why are we paying them £170,000 a year when I bet there's not one listening or watching this video that's on anywhere near that?
They all watch our videos. All of them do. We're getting thousands and thousands of views on our videos now. Thanks everybody. We truly love you, both negative and positive. But if you think about it this way, say you wanted to hire a servant, right? Because they're supposed to be our servitude, aren't we? We're led to believe that we vote for them, and then that's what we get. But we know that's a lie. So basically, you've got a servant, and all of a sudden, you're paying the servant, yeah, and they're there to clean your house and feed you and look after your family, maybe clean and do things like this. But what happens if that servant starts sleeping with your wife and taking your money out of your bank account? You're going to be upset, aren't you?
Well, you're going to be very upset.
So they're not servants. All of a sudden they've given themselves power over you.
Ah, right.
But really, you're supposed to be employing them.
Just like governments and councils.
Mind controllers. It's just strange, that, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh, somebody said don't talk about science. Oh well, because we'll get attacked.
Yeah, they'll know more about that than science than you, won't they?
Prove it's wrong on our last video. All right, don't talk about science. I'm a scientist, so I'll talk about science and whatever I like. So we're going to move somewhere else. We'll get part 2 in a bit, because this, I found it in a restaurant. It's not worth wiping your ass on. It's just junk. So we're going to do a little talk about science in part 2. See you in a bit. How's it going, Mac?
How's it going, Kak?
It's the Mac and Kak Show again. This is part 2, because we were in town earlier and we were talking about things, and somebody says we can't talk about science. Well, we can, because I'm a scientist, a quantum physicist, and I've woken up to a lot of things that's going on. Sorry, Telly Cine spelt a few things wrong the other day, but you know what computers are like.
Don't like
We blame
casting spells.
No, yeah, it's it was a computer error. Get away with anything when you say it's a computer error.
As computers should be our servants, not our masters.
Not our masters, yeah.
Ah dear.
So, wanted to first explain, scientists can't seem to work out the double slit experiment.
All right.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
It's where they've got a laser and they shoot particles through two slits with a board behind in order to collect the data, and it makes up a lovely pretty pattern. And they can't understand, when they shoot some of these particles of light, photons, at the slits, some decide to go left, some decide to go right. They're scratching their proverbial bonces, and you know, they can't understand why. Do you know why?
Free will.
You nailed it in one! Nailed it in one! Free will. There you go, scientists. So we've solved the double slit experiment because the light is conscious. It's consciousness, light. It's light, energy, mass, consciousness is the same thing. And that proves it. Brilliant. I'm a scientist and you nailed it in one. Free will. Oh, fantastic. So, yeah, it's just a short one, this one. It's because we're going to talk about something else. But have you ever heard of the so-called theory of gravity? Which is a guess. Theory is a guess.
Yes.
Do you know what that is? This is where I add my bit, because he's added his bit, free will. So, yeah, the theory of gravity, do you know what that is?
The theory? It's a guess.
It's also mental masturbation.
Ah.
So, see you next time for some more graveyard tales. All is connected. We love you all, for are we not all one? Free will, mental masturbation.